Good evening, everybody. May I please ask you to take your seats? I don't mind. It sounds very, very festive, and that's exactly the spirit that we want here tonight. So we're just going to start. So we're going to ask all of you to just indulge all the speakers. There we go. And now you can all see me, and I can see you. Professor Nico Koopman, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Social Impact, Transformation and Personnel. Professor Sibusiso Moyo, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Research, Innovation and Postgraduate Studies. Dr. Renelle Retief, our University Registrar. Our guest speaker and recipient of the SRC Award for Exceptional Achievement, Prof. Pumla Gobodo Makidizela. Our Deans and Vice Deans, Dr. Choice Mageta, who is the Senior Director, Student Affairs, and the Chair of the Student Achievement Committee. All our Chief Directors and Senior Directors and other members of the General Management present. All university staff present here this evening, our student leadership, outgoing and incoming, and then, of course, our guests of honor, our award recipients, and the special guests. Good evening. After all of that, the only thing you need to remember tonight is that I've observed all the protocol, and my name is Crystal Peterson, and I will be one of your program directors here this evening. If you will allow me to unofficially welcome you to the 2023 Rector's Award for Excellent Achievement here this evening. And we are here to celebrate the achievements of a group of truly remarkable students. Now, I can promise you this, that we have a fabulous evening lined up for you here at STIAS this evening. And I want to say to our award recipients that you now join the ranks of some of this university's most illustrious alumni who have, just before you, been recognized for their outstanding performance in academia, in sport, in student service, leadership, culture, and social impact. Now, these awards and acknowledgements, together with your qualifications, put you steadfast on the podium and in the spotlight to perform with excellence, wherever you might find yourself in the future. And tonight, we are here to celebrate you. So I hope that you will use this evening to listen, to reflect, and maybe even repurpose your path as we pause and reminisce about the journey that has brought you and your loved ones here this evening. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm not alone here this evening. Remember, I said one of your program directors. And I'm very privileged to share my program director duties with somebody not so unfamiliar to many of you here this evening. And her name is Simonette Kapp. And she's one of our outgoing SRC members and was responsible for the Innovation and Institutional Project Liaison portfolio. Now, Simonette was a tutor, she was an academic mentor, and she was also a member, up until recently, of the Student Law Council. But most importantly, I must share with you, Prof. Nicola, she is also a final year LLB law student. Now this reminds me, you're allowed to, and I say it very confidently. Simonette, this means you can't disappoint any of us this year. You have to graduate. Else I'm going to be embarrassed. But this reminds me of something that our rector always says, that there are two of the most dangerous species that he's ever encountered in his entire life. Number one is Dr. Google. Number two, can you guess what that is? A final year law student with a copy of the Constitution in a jacket pocket. There you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be sharing this podium this evening with the most dangerous species, or one of them, that you'll ever encounter. So on that note, I'm going to hand over to Simonette and ask her to please share her expectations of the evening with us here. Simonette?
Good evening, everyone. Before I share my expectations with you and our guests, I would first like to thank you, Crystal, for that introduction. It's an honor to be sharing the program director duties with you tonight. Two proud Marties sharing a stage tonight. One who started her first year in 2019, and the other one just the other day in 1994. I will leave it up to our guests to decide who's who. My expectation for this evening is firstly to honor our recipients for their hard work, to be proud of them and the work that they do, not only for the university and the student community, but also their contribution to the broader society. There's so much more to the university than just academics. Tonight we will witness all the well-rounded, committed students we have. We can all learn from them and how to be intentional in everything we do. Most importantly, I want us all to have fun this evening, together with being present in the moment. Thank you.
Trust a lawyer to reveal your age here in front of almost 200 people. Dankie Simonet. At least I got her to drop the tannie part. Yeah, very happy about that. But let's get down to business for the evening, and to do just that, I'm very honored to welcome our Deputy Vice Chancellor, Social Impact, Transformation and Personnel, Prof. Nico Koopman. And in case, I know many of our students always wonder, what is the Rectorate actually doing up there? What are they doing? What's the DVC transformation, social impact and transformation personnel? What is he doing the whole day? So I thought, and what's the registrar doing the whole day? What's Prof. Moyo doing the whole day? So I thought, let me just give you a little bit of insights into what Prof. Nico is responsible for. So one of he's responsible for 3 divisions, and one of them is social impact and transformation, and they initiate and manage all our community partnerships. And then Prof is also responsible for HR, so staff success, employee relations. Oh, it sounds so lekker. Recruitment, and he even makes sure that, my colleagues will appreciate this, that on the 27th of each month, that they get an SMS from their banks in the morning. That makes it, he makes sure that we get paid. Ne, Prof? Yeah. So yes, thank you. So from now on, every morning on the 27th, when that SMS goes off, then we'll all say, "Dankie, Prof. Nico." And then very importantly, Prof is also responsible for campus health. So he makes sure that staff and students, he takes care of our holistic well-being, our mental well-being, our physical well-being. So Prof het 'n belangrike werk, né? And thank you for that, and you do it very eloquently. So, but tonight, why is he here tonight? Tonight he's here to, on behalf of our Rector and Vice Chancellor, Prof. Wim, who cannot be here this evening. So Prof is going to welcome us all here this evening to this very auspicious occasion. So Prof. Nico, over to you.
You know, when I walked in here, a nice song came up. Tonight's gonna be a good night. So we will have a good night. Good evening to each one of you at this great occasion, the Rector's Awards for Excellent Achievement. So welkom wamkele kile. Eerstens, welkom aan ons studente. Baie geluk met julle prestasies. Julle verdien al die mooi goed wat ons vanaand hier van julle gaan hoor. Our students and recipients here tonight, your achievements in academics, in sport, in service provision, especially to other students, in leadership, in culture, and transformative social impact, that is celebrated tonight, and it is well deserved. I want to congratulate you on your hard work and your dedication. You are all senior students. So many of you started here amidst difficult circumstances locally and globally. And yet, here you are, you persevered. And the theme of tonight then also say, it's about excellence that we celebrate, and it's about resilience and reinvention. When we talk excellence, for some it's immediately an anxiety-creating notion. But at Stellenbosch, we talk excellence and simply mean you give your best in terms of your specific capacities. We want excellence here to sing a duet with performance joy and not with performance anxiety. That we celebrate tonight. And resilience. Resilience is also elasticity, that you can be stressed and difficult circumstances can stretch you, but you shall not be broken. You bounce back, and through the support of various significant people in your lives, you could every time bounce back and achieve excellence. Let me also welcome tonight specifically our guest speaker, Prof. Pumla, who will be introduced later. Always good to be with you, Prof. Pumla, and I feel safe if I sit so next to you. And also welcome to the rectorate members present here and others in their absence. Prof. Wim conveys his greetings, and also Prof. Deresh cannot be here tonight, and he specifically also asked that we convey greetings. To our faculty deans who are here, we say welcome. To the Senior Director for Student Affairs, the Chief Director Marty Sport, the Director of the Center for Student Communities, and the Deputy Director of the Center for Student Leadership, Experiential Learning, and Citizenship. To our outgoing SRC Chairperson, President, and the rest of the outgoing SRC, we say welcome. Let me conclude this word of welcome. We are filled with hope when we celebrate you tonight. Amidst the difficult circumstances, you embody excellence. And it is great that Stellenbosch can actually send into the country or to the continent, to the globe, people who embody excellence like you. You help us to recall again how hope is described by a Brazilian social scientist, Rubem Alves. He said to live with conviction, with a purpose, is to hear the melody of a beautiful and better future. To live with hope is to dance that melody. Let's dance tonight and let's dance into the future. Very welcome.
Our theme for this evening is Empowered Through Resilience and Reinvention, Overcoming Hardships and Challenges. Our theme touches on, the English data bundle is depleted. Our theme touches on being cognizant of those around us, being cognizant of everyone's different circumstances and their different backgrounds. Everyone here tonight had to overcome various challenges and obstacles to be where they are today. Despite this, our recipients made use of every opportunity at their disposal. All our recipients had to be resilient and innovative in one or other way to achieve what they have. Here to provide some more insight on the context and background of the Rector's Awards, we have Dr. Joyce Mageta, who is our Senior Director of Student Affairs, also known as our fairy godmother.
Good evening to everyone. I didn't know the fairy godmother name until today. It's wonderful to stand here today, and the theme focuses on resilience and reinvention. Now, the journey started in 2018 when the the student leaders met with Rectorate to propose that there be a time like this where we honor students who perform very well in their academic life, in sport, social impact, culture, leadership, all these areas that we want to embrace as part of our experiential learning program. The truth is that our students are very busy, morning to morning. And if ever we were to try and assess the kind of experiential learning that happens every 24 hours of the 365 days, we would collapse, I think. It's impossible. And hence, the sections that have been selected for honor. And I want to thank the 10 faculties, the deans, the vice deans, and the other representatives who are here, because the academic portfolio, the criteria is set within the faculties, and faculties provide us with that piece. Then we go into sport. Sport and social impact really work with a critical eye to look at those students who represent the university and themselves within local society and globally, to make sure that we honor them as a university. Beyond that, there are teams within student affairs, and there's a broad team, very diverse students and staff who work together to come up with the best students within the criteria of leadership, culture, and service to students. A lot of applications come, and we know that the spaces are very few. This year, what we did differently was that it's very important to give every student an opportunity to be heard. Just a submission at times is not enough. At times you want to meet with the student to find out more about the submission they made to us, especially in the leadership category. So there were more teams supporting student affairs to actually do these more like quick dating kind of interviews. Apart from those teams in student affairs, and I want to thank our student leaders across our campuses, at Stellenbosch University, at Stellenbosch campus, at Tygerberg campus, at Saldanha, who work among themselves. We are challenging our students to do peer-to-peer kind of evaluation. As leaders, they need to be able to sit together and say, among us, this one deserves it more. And so we had those processes. Then we went back to the faculties to say, when we talk about resilience, we really, really need your support to look deeper within the faculties to say who deserves it more. We cannot be the ones just because we see the beyond the classroom part. And so faculties submitted names. We received about 3 names. And these names are submitted directly to the Office of the Rector and the Vice Chancellor. The committees working on other categories do not touch that category because we want that to be decided at a higher level within Rectorate. So among the 3, we had to come up with 1 student whom we say they deserve it more. But part of our processes and part of empowering our students, because they are going out of the university and they will be working in different companies and within government as well, the issue of declaration of conflict of interest is taken very seriously at every step of the journey in all the committees. And I want to say to you, at every stage, in every faculty, in every committee, we check whether there's any conflict of interest. Where there's conflict of interest, we follow what process was followed to get to the result. And we are comfortable with the result of tonight. I want to say to every student who's receiving this award tonight, feel good, celebrate yourself, and enjoy this evening. Thank you.
Going into the next point of our program, I would like to call our guest speaker to the stage, Professor Pumla Gobodo Madikizela, But first, a very inspiring introduction. Professor Pumla holds the South African National Research Foundation Chair in Violent Histories and Transgenerational Trauma, and is also the inaugural director of the Center for the Study of the Afterlife of Violence and the Reparative Quest, where she mentors postgraduate students and emerging scholars. Her research interest in the historical trauma and its intergenerational repercussions, and exploring what the repair of these transgenerational effects might mean. She has published extensively on victims and perpetrators of gross human rights violations and on forgiveness and remorse. Her books include the critically acclaimed and award-winning A Human Being Died That Night, A Story of Forgiveness. The book was transformed into an award-winning play and performed internationally, and she received the Christopher Award in the United States in 2003, as well as the Alan Paton Award for Nonfiction in South Africa in 2004. She has edited and co-edited several book volumes on the topics of historical trauma and transgenerational memory. Among her honors are the Harry Oppenheimer Fellowship Award, the most prestigious academic award in Africa, fellowships at the Stellenbosch Institute for Advanced Study and the Harvard Radcliffe Institute, a fellowship at Kennedy School Carr Center for Human Rights Policies at Harvard University, an honorary doctor of theology from the Friedrich Schiller University in Germany, an honorary doctor of laws degree from Rhodes University, and a residency as distinguished scholar at Cornell University and Audi Center for International Studies. She has been serving as research advisor and honorary professor at Queen's University Belfast. Her work has been recognized for its impact that extends beyond academy. We look forward to what you have to share with us this evening, Prof. Pumla. Welcome.
Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. What a night. You were starting us with the musical theme, and one that came to my mind is what a night. So what a night, really. So thank you very much. And first of all, I just want to thank you and your colleagues for awarding me, giving me this special award, which requires that I present myself this evening and speak to you all. And really, what a beautiful evening when I look around and see how diverse the awardees are, how diverse in all ways that this group of recipients is tonight. I want to ask, before I make my remarks, my brief remarks, are there any parents here who are accompanying their children? Parents? Thank you. We celebrate you as the parents because you are the resilience. You are the resilience that your children have learned from to persevere in doing the hard work of bringing them up, giving them all these important values that make them who they are. And so my remarks here are around values and integrity. We live in a different time in our history of the world, and especially in our country. It's a difficult historical moment where there is a lack of a sense of values, a sense of integrity. As awardees tonight and people who are being recognized for your work of excellence, I want to invite you to think about what this means in terms of leadership in the various roles that you're going to occupy as you leave the university. And implore you that you remember that the important thing as you succeed in life is to maintain a sense of integrity. The values that your parents have brought you up with. That as you enter the world with your qualifications, you bring back and you carry these values that your parents have taught you. The values that are important for our university as well. The values of caring for others, of leaving the others feeling that you've made them better human beings than you found them, than when you found them. So that as you leave people behind, to step out of a relationship in your roles as managers, as leaders, as directors, which you are going to be. Make sure that in your encounters, you inspire people to be better than they are. This is one of the most important things in leadership, that you inspire others to be the better and best versions of who they are. What does this mean? It means carrying yourself with grace and dignity. That it's not just about what is in your head. It's not just about your intellectual capacity. It's about who you are as a person in the world. This is what is going to make our world and our country especially a better country. We are mired right now in our country in everyday encounters with stories of corruption. That comes from people losing their sense of caring for others, losing their sense of purpose. They forget that their purpose is to uplift others, to uplift those who are in worse circumstances than they are. You are privileged, all of you here. Your history may be a history of a lack of privilege, but by virtue of sitting where you are this evening and being awarded the prizes that you are awarded, you are privileged. Carry your privilege with pride, with grace, with elegance and dignity. Leave others with the memory of a rounded person, of having encountered you as a rounded person who is walking into the world to make a change. There is such a thing in the world as competition. Often I find that this world competition confuses people a lot because it brings them to a place that is an ugly place. Because competition sometimes means you fight, you push others down while you're growing up. What I find very worthwhile in this world, be your own competition. Be your own standard, which is to say, do better than yourself every time. That you are putting yourself as a standard and you're challenging yourself to be better than you were last year. So that you're not looking at the next person to beat the other person, you're looking at beating yourself. And you rise up from who you were with your own standards, set the standards, knowing fully well what your limits are. Expand those limits, and you will realize that where you are today, the way that you got to where you are, if you constantly engage with that vision of being better than you were last year, yesterday, you will rise. And if within that rise, it's a rise that is about your personhood, who you are as a person to the world, you make others feel whole human beings. You care for others. Those kinds of relationships in your encounters are what are going to make you a better person in the world. You will be achieving the greatest gift of all, the gift to yourself as a better person, because that's what you strive for. Make your parents proud. Make us as martyrs proud. Fly the flag of martyrs high. Be the better person. Seek and climb to be the best. Congratulations.
Well, Profumla, thank you for that inspirational message, indeed. And I think you gave us a few of the lessons there to our future leaders of our country and indeed our continent about servant leadership. So I think that is a very profound message that you left with us. It's not only about our qualifications and about the awards, but it's about being human. It's about reminding us about our roots and about who we are. So thank you so much for that profound message. So we've now come to the exciting part of the evening about why we are here this evening, about celebration, about handing over awards. So, Prof. Nico, unfortunately, this is the part where you have to work the hardest. You're going to earn your salary tonight, I promise you. So we're going to start off with our faculty awards, and Simonette and I will be calling on all the deans individually. And from my experience last year, I have to say this, in no particular order. So I'm just saying that so that it's all clear. I'm going to start by calling on the Dean of Engineering, Prof. Wikus van die Kerk, and he's going to present to us the award for excellent academic achievement in the faculty, and he's also going to present us with the recipient, or the award to the recipient, for the Stellenbosch University Medal for the top master student in the Faculty of Engineering. So, Prof. Wikus, over to you. Just before Prof. Wikus comes up, when you come to receive your award, you will receive your certificate from Prof. Nico. So please stand next to Prof. Nico, facing the photographer over there. That's the photographer. And then the dean, first dean will be Prof. Wikus, is also going to join you in the photograph. It's just for logistics that you all know that Prof. Nico, certificate, student or recipient over here, the dean will join you as well. So on that note, Prof. Wikus, over to you as the first dean.
Right. Thank you very much, Program Director. But it's actually customary at this event that the deans usually share something that's unique about our faculties before we present the different candidates. And Professor, specifically because you are here, I'm going to focus on social impact, right? Very good. So I frequently get asked, so what's the social impact of the Faculty of Engineering? And what we do is we graduate 600 engineers every year. And the main task they have out there in the real world is, number one, to improve the quality of life of all the citizens of this country, providing them with energy, clean water, sanitation, transportation, and a bunch of other stuff. And then the second job they have is to work towards economic development so that the whole country can be uplifted. So that is our social impact, Professor. Social impact from the faculty is quality of life and economic development. So with that, I'm going to call first on our final years of last year, and I'm going to call on Jean-Louis van der Walt. Baie geluk. Die volgende student is Tian Sillier. Die volgende student is Nicolaas Visser. And then we have Dani Tron. And the next student is Simpiwe Petla. And then I also want us to recognize Jacques Woest, who couldn't attend tonight. And then the top master student in engineering is JPK Fore. Thank you very much.
Baie dankie, Prof. Wikus. I'm also very happy to see that the engineering faculty set the example tonight. They set the scene, and they're very good at following instructions. So thank you for that. Let's see how economic and management sciences fare. So representing the Dean of Economic and Management Sciences, we have Prof. Wikus van Niekerk here tonight. And he's also going to hand over the award for excellent academic achievement in the faculty, as well as the SU medal for the top master's student in economic and management sciences. So, Prof. Pieter van Willig. Did I just say Prof. Wikus? Oh, apologies for that. I was in awe with the engineering faculty after they followed my instructions so well. Apologies for that, Prof.
Good evening, everyone. I'm happy with the name change, and I'm also very honored to be called Wikus van Niekerk tonight. So, Prof. Nico, as you know, I'm an accountant, so I'm going to be very brief when I talk about the contribution of our faculty to our country. I think if I really have to sum it up, we're the largest faculty in the university in terms of student numbers. What we do, I think, is we contribute to good governance in the country, which means that we want to contribute to the eradication of corruption and fraud. That's what we do. So it gives me great pleasure tonight, and it's a great privilege tonight to honor our top students in the Faculty of Economic and Management Sciences. And first on my list is the daughter of my boss, the Dean of Economic and Management Sciences, Professor Ingrid Woolard, and her name is Sarah Christine Woolard. Congratulations. Next on my list, congratulations to Joshua Murray Bernardi. Next up is Liam Andrew James Brain. Next up is Kirsten Lee Thompson. Then we have Nicola Amon. Thomas John Janisch. Volgende aan die beurt is Emma Becker. Next up is Chelsea Smith. Next up is Kathy Lont. We would also like to honor the following three recipients who unfortunately could not join us tonight. I'm going to turn a little bit so the light is a bit better. Kiara Petronay Pieterse, Kellen Jake Hollenbach, and Hayden Graham de Kock. Congratulations to you as well. And then our Medal of Honor for the top master's student goes to Christopher Guillaume Rousseau, who unfortunately also receives it in absentia tonight. So congratulations to him as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prof. Van Willich. You see there now, I couldn't read properly, so it was the lighting. So our next faculty will be represented by the Dean, Prof. Anthony Leysens, who is the Dean of the Arts and Social Sciences faculty, and he's going to present the Rector's Award for Excellent Academic Achievement in the faculty. Prof. Leysens.
Good evening, everyone. I guess I have to say something about our faculty as well. But you've just listened to Prof. Pumla. What a testimony to our faculty and what we're all about and what we're looking at, the complexity of humanity in all its differences. By the way, we're not very good at following instructions. It's in our DNA to be very critical. All right. So we focus on pretty much what everybody else focuses on, but we look at the unintended consequences of these things like technology and artificial intelligence, and whether they're always a good thing to apply or not. What ill-intended applications to resolutions of poverty and equality may result in: violence, conflict, geostrategic rivalry, the issues of our time, climate change, and what have I left out? I've mentioned ChatGPT, right? Which has really meant that our faculty had to rethink how we do our business, how we do our assessment. So I'm very happy to be here tonight and to introduce our awardees. Just from the word go, we don't have a top master student this year. There was a top master student, but because of the rules of the awards, the person in question, you have to be at Stellenbosch still. Somebody can explain this to me. I didn't understand it 100%, but we don't have one. So I'm going to start with Likona Tokota, and we can count, right? I just want to say we can count. So I'm going to mention his average as well. He achieved an average of 82.62%, to be exact. And next up is Jess Hurling with an average of 81.51%. Then Zelmarie Nicole Barnard with an average of 80.74%. Hope I'm going to pronounce this correctly, the surname, Dana Krimshansky, with an average of 80.32%. And our final attending recipient is Zinzi Kaya Douglas Pedersen with an average of 79.53%. We'll round that off to 80. So those who couldn't be here tonight, Samantha Cox with an 81.5% average, Greta Petronel Burger with an average of 81.8%, and Carmen Veed with an average of 82.45%. Congratulations to them as well in their absence. Give them a round of applause.
Thank you, Prof. Tony. Our next faculty that will be called to the podium is the Faculty of Agri-Science, and here to hand over the Rector's Award for Excellent Academic Achievement as well as the SU Medal for Top Masters within Agri-Science is Prof. Dani Brink.
It's an honor to announce the awards on behalf of our faculty. Professor Koopman is also, I just want to state for the record, being the first faculty doesn't imply the best. And similarly, being the largest neither implies the best. And I will leave it to the rest. Also, the contribution of agri-science on an evening of celebrations is not hard to comprehend. You prefer to do it with good company. Ons is daarom nederig ook nog wel. You prefer to do it with good company, but accompanied by good food and drinks, if not wine. And that makes it quite obvious what the contribution of our faculty is. But we deliver that through close on 400 graduates that we put out into the agriculture sector every year. And the sector has also been really blessed by excellent performances, and we literally have seen record crops being produced in the last year or two. And we're very fortunate that record crops have also extended onto campus and into our classrooms, and I think we're bearing the fruit of that tonight. So. But I want, on a serious note, I think whilst we're celebrating excellence and through that expertise, I think there's a challenge out there, and it's a collective challenge for intellectual. Just for a moment, when my colleague of Arts and Social Sciences was referring to ChatGPT, I thought you had a slip of the tongue by saying now you can stop thinking. But no, on a serious note, I think there's a collective challenge out there. We're all experiencing the impact of inflation in our pockets and in our livelihoods, but on top of that, globally sit the phenomenon of accelerated food inflation. And while we are all privileged here tonight to really enjoy the spoils of it, I think these awards of excellence in the recognition of expertise, it should motivate and encourage us to make a difference. And it can only be achieved as a collective, approach through all the various disciplines and applications of knowledge and science. So on a bit more serious note, and with that, I would like to go on to the acknowledgement of our top students, starting off with Lisa van Deventer, who's studying in animal science and has achieved an average grade of 84%. Die volgende is Jana Schreder van voedselwetenskap, wat ook die graad cum laude met 'n 80% prestasie behaal het, en ek het inligting hier dat haar ouers skynbaar hier is om die toekenning namens haar te ontvang is. The next in her absence is Iksha Bowen, also from food science with an average mark of 78. And that brings me to the Stellenbosch University Medal for the top master's student in Kim Mannix from food science, who achieved a cum laude percentage of 87%. And dare I say, we've sent her on a sabbatical this year to no other than engineering. Thank you.
We will now hand over to the best faculty, and that's obviously none other than the law faculty. I would have said allegedly, but that does not apply to proven facts. Professor Nicolas Smith, the Dean of the Law Faculty, is here to present the Rector's Award for Excellent Academic Achievement, as well as the SU Medal for Top Master Student.
Good evening, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be here and also to follow my colleague Dani. You know, as Oscar Wilde said, everything has been said, but not by me. So I'll concur with everything that Dani said, but I will emphasize, Peter, that size does not matter, or it should not matter. Our Faculty of Law like to believe that we make an important contribution to what happens in our country, but also our region. We like to believe that we deliver problem solvers, jurists, people who really make a contribution to the deepening of democracy and, of course, also advancing the rule of law. So we're very proud to be here tonight, and I wonder whether anyone had an opportunity to follow the JSC interviews that's been taking place. It's not as exciting as it's been in the last years, but you would have noticed that there's a theme that has been running through these interviews, and it deals with the gender transformation of the judiciary. So in this category, you will see what our contribution is tonight, and I will start off with the first of our candidates, Emma Tax. second of our candidates. We only get 2 places, but that's not because of size. Second candidate, Donay Botha. Continuing on the same lane, our third candidate, unfortunately she cannot join us tonight, for the LLM medal is Tanisha Padeachi.
The Vice Dean of Teaching and Learning for the Faculty of Medical and Health Sciences, Prof. Karen Baatjies, will hand over the Rector's Award for Excellent Academic Achievement as well as the SU Medal for Top Master's Student.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The students that are here from our faculty, let me rather start by saying when I came here, Tulani, I was not here from before, Tulani told me that you have to say something hip and happening about your faculty. So the students from our faculty that know me, it's not going to happen. But I will say that people speak about size, people speak about first. We in medicine believe in evidence-based. So as a surgeon, I'll stop that and cut to the chase. We have a number of students who are not able to attend, or candidates who are not able to attend this evening. I take it they are either on call or in the lab waiting for the experiment in the science field to conclude. But I would like to call on the top master student, Jessie Asameng. Just want to state the reason why Jesse is able to be here this evening, because he's currently enrolled as a PhD student in molecular biology. Well done. I would just like to acknowledge the students and the candidates that could not attend this evening. They are Christine Vivier, Kayleen Eso, Faye Buur, Lumei Koorts, Kerry Lamboy, and Suzanne Hu. Well done to them as well.
The Dean of the Science Faculty, Professor Louise Warnig, is here to present the award for excellent academic achievement as well as the SU Medal for Top Master's Student.
Good evening, everyone. Prof. Nico, I don't think it is necessary to describe why the Faculty of Science is important. I think everyone here knows. But I would like to quote a famous mathematician, Carl Friedrich Gauss, who said that mathematics is the queen of the sciences. So if A equals B, that means that the Faculty of Science is the queen of all the faculties at Stellenbosch University. And it is therefore not surprising that the majority of our top students are all from the Department of Mathematical Sciences this evening. So our top student, Bernardus Adrian Wessels. We're also doing our bit for gender transformation, so the next student is Alexandra van der Spy. Next one is Vickers Jan van der Linden. Next we have Emile van der Walt. The fifth student, Lisa de Wet, unfortunately can't be here tonight. The medal for the top MSc student, also a computer science student, goes to Jacobi Meton.
Here to present the Rector's Award for Excellent Academic Achievement for Top Master Student within the Faculty of Military Science is Dr. Dries Potter, Captain in the South African Navy.
So following in, really. So I have this long speech. And then it started there with the engineering and they just cuffed it. So I will cuff it. And following in what has been happening here tonight, pointing out why we are important. Most of you probably don't even know that there's a campus on the West Coast in Saldanha. People wear white uniforms and are neatly dressed and are well-trained and disciplined and are academically excellent. So now you know. But most importantly, from a social perspective, why would we want to train military people? Why do we want to educate military people? Because broad-based military education is the link between civil and military relations. And without that link, countries end up in problems. We know this. But without further ado, we have these two excellent students, and I am proud on behalf of our faculty and on behalf of the Dean, and I'm sorry that I'm not wearing my uniform, to present to you two young officers, two excellent students. First one, Naledi Shalter Tibani. And secondly, Palesa Victoria Makhatla.
I must say I'm really enjoying the healthy competition between our faculties here this evening. So thank you for our deans. And I would also like to thank our DJ there in the back. I think he's doing really well, eh? Thank you so much. I'm really keen on wanting to hear what our next dean is going to say, because I've got the privilege to present to you our dean for the Faculty of Theology. So, Prof. Reginald, please come and share your excellence with us.
Kom maar ding. Good evening, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a wonderful privilege to be here. And the student that we will present to you tonight stand in a long tradition, the tradition of people like Beyers Nudeer, Russell Botman, previous Mary Ann Plaatjes van Huffel, who also served as the president of the World Council of Churches, and of course our DVC for Transformation, Social Impact and Personnel, Professor Nico Koopman. We are proud to present these students for academic excellence because we know them and that they not only excel in their academics, but also in serving their communities. When you see these students, also see them within the context of the impact that they are making in their communities. Maybe just briefly, today there were two events at our faculty that say something about who we are and what we do. We had a PhD defense, and the title of the PhD defense, the title of the dissertation was The Recognition of Queer Bodies in URCSA Towards a Hermeneutic of Hospitality. And then there was a second event, a book launch, and the title of the book launch was 21 Voices from Israel and South Africa, Why the Palestinian Struggle Matters. So that just says something about the theology and what we represent. So I want to call these three students to the front to receive their acknowledgement. Christian Brandt. De volgende student, Irving de Swart. And then the student who will receive the medal for the top masters is also a musician. And if you see him in a gig, he must also perform. His name is Erich Zulz.
Thank you, Prof. Reggie. So you could see it, in the Southern Cape where I grew up, we would have said die departement of die fakulteit van teologie, hulle breek fyn. they're very subtle about. So he threw in there, you know, we've got musicians. He threw in there that the DVC on stage is one of them. So, yeah, we got that, Prof. Reggie. Our next faculty is the Faculty of Education, and here to present the Rector's Award for Excellent Academic Achievement is the Dean, Prof. Madiba. Prof.
Program Director, I thought I would get a standing ovation. Because this is the mother of all professions. So, there's no one who is here who didn't go through the hands of a teacher. Without us, no university. And I must also say that this occasion comes at the right time. Today is the World Teachers' Day. But I really need to say that we celebrate this day with a very serious challenge. I think it's very clear across the globe that we are all facing teachers' shortage. So since this morning, news, everywhere you read, this is a reality that we all face. But our faculty is here. We'll do what we can. So I only have two candidates. The first one is Lynn Grant. Oh, okay. These are global citizens. Okay. Okay, thanks so much. The second one is Alice Elizabeth White.
So we're getting closer to dinner. I'm very excited to say. The last award before dinner, so thank you before I get to the last award before dinner to all our deans and their representatives for so eloquently handing out the awards, and also for the entertainment. We appreciate it. Our last award is going to be handed over by Dr. Choice, and she's going to acknowledge the student with the Academic Resilience Award. Dr. Choice.
Thank you again. I was excited earlier to meet the mother and the sisters of the student. This student started as an EDP student in 2017 and currently in her final year in speech, language, and hearing therapy. Her academic journey has not been easy as she truly embodies the meaning of resilience, as she experienced repeating her second year and taking an interruption of studies during her third year. Now, the person who wrote the motivation, the program coordinator, said she received permission to share this message, so we can share this message tonight. This student is a first-generation student and knew she was previously struggling, and especially in her first year for her undergraduate studies. She decided in 2020, after a traumatic incident, that she needed to investigate why. She was referred to a psychologist, and the diagnosis was made, including autism spectrum disorder, ASD. She did not understand this diagnosis nor recommendation because of support to comprehend the meaning of the diagnosis. She didn't have enough support at that time. She did not understand the diagnosis nor recommendation, and because it was COVID-19 pandemic period bringing restrictions to services, she obtained minimal support to comprehend the meaning of the diagnosis. After experiencing failure in her studies and challenges with resources in 2021, she was referred to the program coordinator to support her. And the program coordinator says, I reached out to the psychologist who assisted her to provide further support and advised that she interrupt her studies, and that would be the best decision for her. We developed a treatment plan including psychoeducation and therapy for herself and family to equip them and her to return to university in 2022. After the start of 2022, she resumed a healthier and positive mindset. Accommodations were made in the faculty to make her course and the academic, clinical, and support staff to allow her to feel included. She celebrated success for the first time by passing all her modules in that year. Resilience at its best. She truly understood her diagnosis and how to function in academic and personal spaces, and now is an advocate for herself and for her patients, who she provided restorative support, her family support, her dreams of being an aspiring speech, language, and hearing therapist, and knows how much hard work she puts in her academic program. Her values embodies the values of the university, Stellenbosch University. All of us in the room, let us welcome Firdaus Suleiman. We would want, we would want to include her mom in the photo.
If there's one person that deserves a resilience award this evening, it would be Prof. Nico. Thank you, Prof. Nico, for your resilience throughout 11 awards before dinner. We appreciate it. And before we go to dinner, also just to say thank you to all our deans once again, and to Dr. Choice also for the awards that we could hand over before dinner. Now, they say that one of the best ways to connect and engage with one another is, especially in Africa, is over a delicious meal. So let's show some appreciation to the Faculty of Agri-Science, Prof. Dani, dankie, and enjoy our dinner. Thank you. We'll be back in about 20 minutes.
Please settle down. We are almost done with the program, but we still have a few awards left, so could we please... And then here to present the Rector's Award for excellent contribution to culture, social impact, service provision and leadership is the Deputy Director of the Centre for Student Leadership, Experiential Education and Citizenship, Dr. Heidi October.
To top all of the deans. All I can say is that the following categories as a culmination or represent leaders often serve by leading from the back. They're often the last people standing when the ship is sinking while they're serving the lawyers and the doctors. So I think this year's theme, focusing on thriving and leading a purposeful life through partnerships and challenges, through the inspiring keynote address of Prof. Pumla Gaboro Marigizela, also reminded, I guess, all of us, because it hit quite close to home, that the kind of leadership that is required to serve the Stellenbosch University student communities is not an easy task. And often, for our student leaders, when they are also facing personal challenges, and despite thereof, ability simply by continuing to lead with integrity. So the leadership category aims to university takes pride in the fact that our student leaders also thrive as citizen leaders way after they left Stellenbosch University, and that they take up leadership roles in different, seeing these awards tonight, that their names will be recognized in the future in our broader global society. And with this, I present to you our Rector's Awards recipients for excellent leadership. If I can get the certificates. Margot Wassenaar. Caitlin Sitole. Vanessa Dedianan. Marizon van Dijk. Emma Bauer-Swart. The next is Skwenzo Kushle Kumalu. Malaika Gwenya. Eloise van Dijk. Kay van Wallingham. Please go. Margra Wefel. Jaco Wagener. Sorry. Baie geluk, baie geluk. The last student in the leadership category, Kayla Lawrence. Right. Moving on to the service to students category. Now, this category recognizes those students who demonstrated that you don't need to take up formal leadership roles to drive change and to serve your student community. This year, we would like to recognize one exceptional student who selflessly served her student community consistently over the past few years. Congratulations to Tessa Brooke. Good. Moving on to social impact. Now, Stellenbosch University's vibrant student community is also known for their generosity and investment towards sustainable change in various local communities. The students honored this year for excellence in social impact received recommendations from various communities, confirming the sustainability of the impact of their work. Some also, on a global level, recognized for their meaningful contributions as engaged citizens. Our 2023 Rector's Awards for Excellent Achievement in Social Impact as follows. Fanuel Shinadima. Gugu Gama. Congratulations, Gugu. Rayhana Williams. Congratulations, Rayhana. Congratulations. Wonder Vuma. You've waited for this one. Wow, deserved. Thank you. Then our final student in this category, Stanley Shindikani Msiska.
Here to award the Rector's Award for Excellence in Sport is the Chief Director of Mati Sport, Ilham Groenewald.
So who are we? The Maroon Machine. Sport has the power to change the world. Stronger. That's not good enough. Stronger. Thank you. I remain humble in the presence of our student athletes, our amazing student athletes. 2023 was dubbed the year for women and girls in sport, and it's so befitting tonight that all of our 3 recipients are women. So we are truly celebrating the theme of 2023. I have the honor and the pleasure to present to you the following very deserving student athletes. Anneke Du Plessis. Anneke is registered for her Master's in Bioinformatics and Computational Biology. She holds a Women International Master's title for chess. She's an African Junior Champion, and her most recent title she took in Namibia at the Namibian Open. Congratulations, Anneke. Our next recipient, Jana van Skalkwyk. She's our Javelin star, and she studies BCom Management Sciences. She is an African and World University Games bronze medalist. Congratulations, Jana. And our last recipient is Mira Reinstoff. She's an athlete and she studies BCom Actuarial Sciences. Listen to this. Mira made history in 2021 when she won South Africa's first ever women pole vault title at the World Athletics Under-20 Championships. And she was also our Sportswoman of the Year in 2022. Congratulations, Mira.
Last but not least, on our presenters list is the outgoing SRC chairperson and my fellow colleague, Masilo Silokazi. Masilo will be presenting the SRC Award for Exceptional Alumni and also give us a vote of thanks.
So, I wish I could tell you a story about how we were caught in debate and locked heads about who deserves this award, about the many sleepless nights that we had tossing and turning about who deserves this the most. And unfortunately, the story does not go that way. The vote was pretty much unanimous about who deserves this reward. Unfortunately, she can't be here tonight, Prof. Pumla, but I do want to speak about the work that she has done. One of the lines in our manifesto this year was that we want student servitude underpinned by Ubuntu. And Prof. Pumla is a testament of that. With her extensive work, including the book she wrote called A Human Being Died That Night, A Story of Forgiveness, which was also transformed into a play, and as a drama student, that also got me giddy. The fact that she has dedicated her life toward promoting social change and her inclusion in the Hall of Heroes made it clear to us that she was the best candidate for this award. So I'd like to give her a round of applause and congratulate her. And then to move on to the vote of thanks, I feel like there should be a teleprompter sort of going on with all the people we need to thank tonight, but I will thank them nevertheless. So I'd like to thank the Rector in his absence, Prof. Nico Koopman, for standing on behalf of the Rector, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Prof. De Resch, and Prof. Hester Kloppers, as well as the Rectorate members. I would also like to thank the most competitive people in the room, the faculty deans. I'd like to thank our guest speaker, Prof. Pumla. I would like to thank the fairy godmother, Dr. Choice, the Director of Marketing and Event Management, the Chief Director of Marty Sport, Dr. Heidi October, who I saw earlier on today. Cool. And then the Deputy Registrar, Mr. Ashman Daniel, and then the core team who organized this evening tonight, which is Simonette Kapp, Amira Brown, Olivia Adams, and Tulani. And then the support system as well for organizing tonight, which would be Stefan Alms, Shireen Dowries, Justin Alberts, Anela Ndepa, TK Impeka, Janola, excuse me if I pronounced that incorrectly, Bergman, and Nasacha Vessels, and then also a massive congratulations to the recipients of the awards tonight. Thank you.
May I then just in closing say that all of you that were here this evening deserve a massive round of applause. So can you please give yourselves a round of applause? So we've now reached the end of our proceedings, but I would really just like in closing to leave our award recipients with the following piece of advice. Some of you might recognize this as an adaptation of the Sunscreen song by Baz Luhrmann, Simonette, way before your time, in 1999. But it goes something like this. If I could offer you only one tip for the future, take your vitamin pills daily. Now, the long-term benefits of vitamins have been proven by scientists, whereas the rest of my advice has no basis more reliable than my own experience. And I will dispense this advice now. Enjoy the power and beauty of your youth. Never mind. You will not understand the power and beauty of your youth until they are faded. But trust me, in 20 years from now, you'll look back at the photographs of yourself and recall in a way that you can't grasp now how fabulous you really looked. Don't worry about the future. The real troubles in your life are apt to be the things that you never crossed your worried mind. Do one thing every day that scares you. Sing a song. Don't be reckless with other people's hearts, but also don't put up with people who are reckless with yours. Floss your teeth. Don't waste your time on jealousy. Sometimes you're ahead, teens. Sometimes you're behind. The race is long, and in the end, it's only with yourself. Marcy, remember the compliments that you received. Forget the insults. And if you succeed in doing this, please tell me how. Now, this is my favorite. Keep your old love letters. Throw your old accounts away. I was wondering when I read this again, do people still write love letters to each other? It's probably don't delete your DMs. Something like that. Stretch your legs. Don't feel guilty if you don't know what you want to do with your life. Some of the most interesting people I met didn't know at the age of 20 what they wanted to do with their lives. Some of the most interesting 40-year-olds I know still don't. This is for us. Get plenty of calcium. Be kind to your knees. You miss them when they're gone. Maybe you'll marry. Maybe you won't. Simonette. Maybe you'll have children. Maybe you won't. She knows why I'm looking at her. Maybe you'll throw a divorce party at the age of 50. It's a thing these days. Maybe you'll dance the Leo Loop or do the renegade TikTok on your 75th wedding anniversary. Whatever you do, don't congratulate yourself too much or berate yourself either. Ilham, travel if you can. It's a hint. It's a hint. We're all looking for invites to France next year. Accept certain truths. I like this one as well. Accept certain truths. Prices will rise. Politicians will philander. And believe you me, Simonette, once again, you too will get old. And when you do, you will fantasize that when you were young, prices were reasonable. Listen to this one. Politicians were noble, and children respected their elders. Simonette, respect your elders. Don't tell other people their age. Now, this one is for me very important. Be ethical. Know when to compromise and when to stick to your convictions. What you once knew to be right and wrong, believe you me, it is still right and wrong. Don't expect anyone else to support you. Maybe you have a trust fund. Maybe you'll have a spouse who won the lotto. I wish. But listen to this. You never know when either of them might run out. So, award recipients, remember the hours that you sacrificed to get to this point. They are gone. But the investment you made will see you grow in stature. And then finally, don't mess too much with your hair. Because by the time you're 60, you will look 85. And most importantly, never forget this occasion. It will be part of you forever. Thank you. So on behalf of Simonette and myself, we just want to say that we really enjoyed being in your presence this evening. Thank you for being an amazing audience, and drive back home safely when you get, so once after you've enjoyed our company more. Because before we do that, it's now an opportunity to engage your taste buds even further with the delicate sweet wonders of dessert. So enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.